We continue on with the key inputs, activities, and considerations for the rest of the stages. Here we are, the complete project execution framework that we're going to use as reference to demonstrate how to map the constructs to a project execution process. Now, let's refer back to the theoretical framework we developed in Section 1. We'll start the construct mapping with the elements of the organizational complexity construct. There's no point in calculating complexity in the middle of a project when you can't do anything about it. So we've limited the calculation to the ideation stage where there should be enough information to make a calculation. The earlier calculation is completed, the better. It's about a trade-off between accuracy and expediency. We've included a glossary of the not-so-obvious terms for reference during the process of mapping as detailed on the right. We start with organizational complexity. We map vertical differentiation right at the beginning of the process because the organizational structure stays fairly constant and this information is fairly available and widely known. The capital expenditure or budget should have already been estimated at feasibility analysis stage, so this information should also ideally be available right at the onset, just as the project begins. Unlike the budget, effort and duration estimations require information collected during the project itself, and this information should be available at the beginning of the blueprint refinement process to make a fairly accurate estimation. As the ideation process evolves and high-level requirements start to take shape, there should be some indication of whether the availability of key and appropriate resources with the right skills and expertise is going to be an issue or not, to which the appropriate rating could be estimated for the complexity calculation. The same goes for the overall project team. Those high-level requirements can also be used to start the system and process impact analysis at a high level. We generally follow the same logic for the elements of all the other constructs. Just bear in mind that not all of these will apply in every context. We will go through assessing which elements and attributes apply to a given context and the reasoning and logic applied to the decision to either include or exclude an element in a given context. A couple of points to note about the availability of information to do the actual calculation. And that's how the outcome of the construct, element, and attribute mapping looks like. Join us in section 3 as we go through a demonstration, element by element, of whether certain elements or attributes apply to a given context, so as to enable you to do your own assessment for your own context. See you there.